Hello everyone, welcome to another video in our Education in Hands. Today we are going to discuss different types of joints which we are using in our bolted connections. If we see the types of joints we are using for bolted connections, they are primarily divided into three main categories. In that, the first one is depending on the arrangement of bolts and plates, and then the second one is depending on the mode of load transmission, how the load is transmitted on the joint, and then the third one is depending on the nature and location of the load and how this load is acting and what is its nature. So depending on these three, joints are divided into subcategories again. We will see one by one. So in the first category, depending on the arrangement of bolts and plates, we are having two major joints. One is lap joint and another one is butt joint. So in that lap joint, the first one is single line joints, which is shown like this. Here the bolts are arranged in a single line to connect the plates. So this kind of single line joint is called as single line bolting. Then the next one is chain bolting. Here if we see, these two plates are connected in a two single line patterns. So this kind of pattern is called chain bolting. If we see the front view, it will be like a single entity. So this kind of bolting is chain bolting, and it is also a lap joint. Lap joint is nothing but two plates are overlapped together to get the connection. Then the third one is zigzag pattern or staggered pattern. So two bolts are like this and two are in other plane. Then again two bolts are in same plane as first plane. Likewise, there is a zigzag pattern. That's why this type of bolting is called zigzag or staggered bolting. And then the next one is diamond bolting. So in the pattern of a diamond, we are following the bolting for the connection. This type of pattern is called diamond bolting. All these four patterns are for lap joint. If we see for the butt joint, it is also a same kind of connection, but here to connect the two plates, we are using another plate. So if we see here, this orange plate, if we are taking as one plate, and this side orange plate we are taking as another plate. So to connect these two plates, we are using another plate, that is blue plate, and then we are connecting. So if we take half section, the left portion is like a lap joint and the right portion is also like a lap joint, but all together is called as a butt joint. So these orange plates are the main plates and blue plate is nothing but the cover plate, so which is used for covering the or joining the two main plates. This connection is called butt joint. So here this type of connection is called as single bolted single cover butt joint. Why? Because we use only one cover plate. If we use two covers, both upside and downside, then this connection is called as single bolted double cover butt joint. Likewise, we can use the previous bolting sections like single line bolting, chain bolting, staggered bolting, and diamond bolting for these butt joints also. The next one is depending on the mode of load transmission. This is the second category of classification. So in this classification, first one if we see is single shear, means two plates are connected using a bolt. So these two plates, when we apply load on both sides, which is in a tensile form, then this shear plane will occur here. Due to this shear plane, bolt will face shear problem. That's why this connection is called single shear. Mode of load transmission is in shear form. Then next one is double shear, where 3 plates are used, 2 shear planes are acting on the bolt. And then the next one is multiple shear, 4 or more plates if we are using, means 3 or more shear planes are acting on the bolt, means that category is called as multiple shear category. Then the next one is depending on the nature and location of load. So how the load nature is acting on the connection and where the load is located. In that one, the first one is direct shear connection. So if we see, the direct shear connection is nothing but plain connection. If it is in a lap joint where two plates are connected together and load is applied on both the plates in tensile form, then bolts are subjected to shear. This kind of connection is known as direct shear connection. Then the next one is eccentric connection. So here in eccentric connections, load is applied with certain eccentricity from the bolt center. So here two plates are connected with 6 bolts. So if we take the bolt center line here, the load is not acting at the center line. It is acting with certain eccentricity from the center line. That's why these connections are called eccentric connections. And then the third one is pure movement connection, where the bolts are subjected to pure movement in the connection. So here one force is acting. If we take the intensity of this load as P and this opposite load also as P, then these two will create a couple on the bolted connection. So such kind of connection is called pure moment connection. And then the last one is moment shear connection. So here if we see two members are connected like this, these bolts will experience shear force and as well as movement on the bolted connection. That's why this type of connections are known as moment shear connections. So these are the different types of connections or joints which we are using in our bolted connection. So next in our coming video, we will discuss about the types of failures which are going to happen in this bolted connections. From that we can start our design. Thank you. See you in that next class. Bye.